Now, I'm a bit ahead of schedule with recording these videos, so by the time you see this might be old news, but the channel just hit 1,000 subscribers. And I honestly don't often get caught up in the numbers and find myself caring too much about this, but to be honest, this is quite a big achievement for me. I remember starting this channel a year ago and literally getting so excited, going from 5 subscribers to 6, because that meant 1 extra view on every other video, and it'd take a whole week to get from 5 to 6. So now a year later to be at 1,000, it's pretty amazing, and I really just do appreciate every single one of you that has subscribed and comments, hits the like button, watches these videos. It actually means a lot because it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of dedication, it's not always convenient, it's not always easy to get these out. So yeah, I really do appreciate it, guys. But anyway, enough of that crap, let's get down to business. Food business. Today's video is going to be 3 high volume, high protein, very low calorie recipes, under 400 calories for every single one of them, that I love and I think you're going to love as well. The protein is high, the calories are low, the flavour is strong, cheap, simple ingredients, they don't take long to prepare, you really can't go wrong with these 3. One of my clients complained that my videos don't have enough savoury recipes in them, it's all sweet recipes. Yes, I'm talking about you, Matt. So in today's video, 2 of our 3 recipes are going to be savoury recipes, and then we're going to have 1 sweet one because I can't go without any sweetness, come on. We've got sticky teriyaki chicken and rice, sounds incredible. We've got low carb beef fajitas, also sounds incredible. And we've got Nutella protein ice cream, yes. This is also going to be my 6 weeks out update video to get us back onto even numbers because I messed up previously and we were on 7. So today we're going to have a quick update on 6 weeks out to see how I'm looking. Make sure you hit the top link in my description for information on my online coaching so you can join Matt, join the team and make some crazy changes. Also subscribe to the channel. Let's get your boys to 10k. That's the next big one. And once you've done all that, let's get to meal 1. Yes, now, so meal 1 is going to be a sticky chicken breast teriyaki with rice and veggies. My God, that sounds good. Chinese food is literally one of my favourites. Good old Chinese takeaway, cannot beat it. And now it is back on the menu, even in a photo shoot prep. This recipe is actually really easy, and you could definitely meal prep a bunch of this, store it in the fridge or even the freezer, so you've got loads of meals prepped out ready to go. So that is always a big bonus when you're making some of these recipes. So let's look over some of the ingredients we're going to need to make this teriyaki chicken. Alright, so as promised, very simple recipe. The actual teriyaki chicken is just going to be 3 ingredients. We've got some chicken breast, we've got reduced salt soy sauce, and we've got some low calorie sweetener. Along with that, we've got some homemade cauliflower rice for the rice obviously, and we've got some definitely freezer burnt frozen broccoli. Lovely. But yeah, nice and simple, really easy. Now let's make it. Okay, time for voiceover number 1. Let's do this. Start with heating up a frying pan nice and hot. The hotter it is, the quicker the chicken will cook, and that will stop it from going dry. Chop your chicken breast up into little bite-sized chunks. We want 200 grams here. Then grab a little pot and mix up the teriyaki sauce in this. It's going to literally be so simple, and I got this from Remington James, so full credit goes to him. But weigh out 26 grams of soy sauce into the pot, and then add 2.5 teaspoons of low-calorie sweetener, and then thoroughly mix. This is going to be way lower calorie than the sweet teriyaki sauces you buy already made, because those are full of sugar and other things to make it sweet and sticky, but we just need soy sauce and sweetener. Now spray the pan with a non-cooked spray and add your diced chicken breast, spread it out and allow it to cook for a few minutes on each side, and then it should be ready. Now all we need to do is mix the sauce into the pan, stir it around for 2 to 3 minutes on a medium to high heat. The sauce will naturally thicken up, it will get sticky. It's pretty magical to watch, isn't it? While this is going on, I'm preparing my cauliflower rice and my broccoli, frying it up in a separate pan until it's cooked the way I like it, then serve, trying to make it look nice and presentable. Sticky teriyaki chicken breast on a bed of cauliflower rice with a side of lightly salted broccoli. Yes please. Holy crap, you cannot tell me this does not look insane for a cutting meal. Like, How good does that look? I think we might be onto an absolute winner here. The chicken has gone nice and sticky without adding a ton of calories, a ton of sugar, all that crap. We've got a nice bit of broccoli on the side, and we've got that cauliflower rice, which gets the job done. But it doesn't really matter how good it looks, it more matters how good it tastes, and the main star here is obviously the chicken, so let's give that a try. Oh my god. That is absolutely insane. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, this is the first time I've done this. I saw it from the Remington James video. I've not tried it before. For soy sauce and sweetener, literally just stirred around in a pan, that is incredible. Yes, it's not as good as normal teriyaki sauce, obviously, but look at the calories we're adding. You're adding like 10 calories to make it like this. That tastes amazing. Calories and macros for this whole lovely savoury meal, Matthew, are just 376 calories for the whole plate. Within those calories is a pretty ridiculous 60 grams of protein, 26 grams of carbs, and only 6 grams of fat. That's mental. Definitely want to try, guys, so I'm going to go eat this and then we'll get into my prep update 6 weeks out. 6-week prep update coming at you, and honestly I don't have a whole lot to report. Since the 7-week prep update, not a lot's changed. My weight has stayed pretty stagnant, although I am 100% certain I'm in quite a large deficit, so I'm expecting a bit of a whoosh in the next few days where my weight will just suddenly drop and I should see quite a visual difference from water and all that kind of stuff. But if I don't see that over the next few days, I will reduce my calories by 150 to 200 or so and see what happens then. But despite the scale not budging too much in the last week or two, I've definitely still seen more definition, more leanness, more vascularity in my physique. So I have no doubt that things are moving in the right direction. The scale is just one of many indicators. It's not how much you weigh on stage, it's how you look on stage that matters. I have now 100% matched my leanest condition ever. I've definitely gotten to this stage of leanness before, but I've never got any further. So now every step I take to get leaner is new territory for me, and that's really exciting, to be honest, because I don't know how I'm going to look. I think it's going to get crazy. On the screen now will be a picture from the start of my diet till 6 weeks out, and as you can see, my waist has come in a lot, my obliques are popping a lot more, there's a lot more cuts and definition in my abs, and I've got that bolder shoulder look starting to come in. I'm happy with how things are going so far. Hopefully in the 4 weeks out update video I'll have a little bit more to report, and hopefully I'll look a lot more shredded over the next 2 weeks. But remember guys, I don't just do this for myself, I also do it for all my clients. So hit that top link in the description, join the team, see what we're all about, and we will get you shredded, we'll get you massive, whatever your goal is. Check the link. Meal 2 is going to be some low carb steak fajitas, and this one is really easy to throw together. You're just going to need some extra lean steak, some coconut flour, some eggs and some fajita veggies. So let's get into the second voiceover of the video to see how to make this Mexican feast. Alright, so this is going to be one of those recipes where everything comes together pretty fast. So we're going to begin by preparing everything, starting by chopping up our vegetables. For the fajita veg, we're going with 300 grams of mixed bell peppers, cut those into strips, 100 grams of onion slices, and 100 grams of mushrooms cut into small chunks. Alongside this, you're going to weigh out 200 grams of tinned chopped tomatoes. As for the steak, I've already prepared mine, but you're going to want to fry up 125 grams of extra lean steak. Cut that into strips of your size preference for fajitas. Big or small strips, crew? Comment down below. And just a quick warning here whilst I'm doing the voiceover, mine completely failed. I promise you this works because I've done it before. I don't know why mine wasn't working today. I'll show you the 2 fails that I had, but give it a go, or if you give up after 2 fails like I did, I just grabbed a low carb wrap that's 120 calories, split it in half, and did that for today because I couldn't be arsed after 2 fails, so sorry about that one guys. So preparing the batter for the low carb wraps, in a jug measure out 12 grams of coconut flour and then slowly stir in around 30 to 40 grams of water to create a thick paste. Adding it slowly will avoid clumping, so be patient. Once that's fully mixed, slowly stir in 200 grams of egg whites, again until it's fully smooth and mixed. And the plan is for this to make 3 wraps, but frying pan size could change that. Because I'm OCD, I weighed out the wrap batter into perfectly even amounts. If you're normal, you don't have to do this. Then get a good non-stick frying pan, spray it with some cooking spray and pour the mix into the pan, moving the pan around to get thin coverage and allow it to cook through. Then allow it to sit and cool and repeat with the rest of the batter. You can see my fails on the screen. When the wraps are done, just throw all your fajita veg into a wok, mix it with the chopped tomatoes and allow it to simmer. When the veg is softened, add your steak and you're done. And there we have it, low carb steak fajitas, which are looking and smelling pretty damn incredible. Now, please do excuse my absolute fuck up with the low carb wraps. I don't know what happened. I thought they would work. They have worked in the past. So, like I said in the voiceover, I have substituted with my low carb wraps that I buy from Sainsbury's. But I'll give you the macros with the original recipe because that's what it's supposed to be. So for this whole plate of fajitas, you are looking at just 397 calories. That is a whopping 50 grams of protein with only 6 grams of fat and 40 grams of carbs. Not bad at all. Those are some really good macros, but it doesn't matter unless it tastes good. So, of course, taste test time. Let's just take a look at that. Ooh, looks good. Tastes good. That is actually incredible. Next time you're looking to satisfy some Mexican craving, I strongly recommend you try this. It is so juicy from the chopped tomatoes. The steak gives it nice substance. It's just incredible. It's going to be really satisfying, really filling. You're going to love it. It's definitely one to try. You guys know that I'm mostly a sweet person, but this might actually take it for me today. This tastes amazing. Just look at it. That's some Mexican stuff right there. Try it out. Let me know what you think. Now let's talk gym advice. So as you guys know, I like to put some of my recent thoughts into these videos so that I'm providing a little bit more value than just food, and also giving you some insight into my personality and what goes on up here. And one of the things that I've been thinking about a lot lately has been who people ask for advice in the gym, who people ask for advice on social media and all these popular places. As you probably know, and as you probably see yourself, as you've probably done yourself, the natural thing is that if people want to get big, they ask the biggest guy in the gym how to do it. If people want to get shredded, they ask the most shredded guy in the gym how to do it. It makes sense because they've done it, so you'd ask them how. But to be honest, the reality is the biggest guy in your gym probably doesn't know shit about how to actually get big. And on the face of it, it doesn't actually make sense, but the biggest guys in the gym are always going to have good genetics, because you don't become the biggest guy if you don't have good genetics. Yes, you can have amazing dedication, be extremely knowledgeable, all this, as well as having good genetics, but just to even get into that realm, you have to have good genetics. There are exceptions where you've got people like Jared Feather and Mike Israetel, who are absolutely enormous and really, really knowledgeable, but they have elite genetics. They are exceptions to the exceptions. Most of them just have really good genetics and don't know shit up here. So for people that do not have the genetics to easily get massive, the people who easily get massive that have the good genetics, they are not the right people to ask. Because when you have good genetics, anything works. Okay? Genetics are extremely powerful. When you have good genetics, anything works. So the people that you ask with good genetics will just tell you whatever the first thing they did was, because it worked for them, because everything would have worked for them. But that might be the last bit of advice that you need to hear. Who you should actually be asking for advice is the guy who maybe isn't the most gifted, who isn't the biggest, who isn't the most shredded, but still, despite that, has a really impressive physique. It's not the most impressive physique, he's not the biggest guy, but for his genetics and the hard work and the knowledge, he's got an impressive physique compared to his genetic starting position. The best analogy I've heard came from Steve Hall on this. I don't know where he got it from or if he made it himself, but it's about money and it hits the nail on the head. You've got two people, right? One of them was born into a very rich family and he now has 5 million in his bank account, which came from just assets and stuff that his family gave him. The other guy was born into a working class family. He worked, he invested his money and now has 1 million in his bank to show for it. So yes, on the surface, the guy that has 5 million in his bank would be the better person to ask about money, because he has more money. But in reality, the person with 1 million probably knows a lot more about how to get a million, how to get rich, than the guy with 5 million, even though he has less. So yeah, I'm just saying, give that some thought next time you ask somebody for advice. Believe it or not, we are already on the last recipe of today's 3 recipes, and it is time for the sweet one, which you guys already know is the only one that I actually care about, really. I think this is the longest I've ever gone in a video without eating something sweet, and I am freaking out, so it is definitely time to make something that tastes like dessert. I am still in a strong, loving, committed relationship with my brand new Ninja blender, but I haven't used it for about 2 days now, and again, I'm also freaking out about that, so it's definitely time to bring out the old girl and make a nice thick protein ice cream. It's going to be incredibly thick, it's going to be low calorie, super high volume, really flavourful, but most importantly, it's going to taste like Nutella. Alright, so this protein ice cream recipe is going to be keeping things simple. For the deep chocolate flavour, we're going to just be using 40 grams of chocolate brownie protein powder and 15 grams of cocoa powder. The liquid for the ice cream is also going to add to that chocolate flavour because we're going to use 50 grams of a 0-calorie chocolate syrup. I'm using one by Skinny Syrups. Along with that, we're going to be adding hazelnut flavour drops from My Protein and some vanilla flavour drops as well. This will help to generally sweeten the ice cream along with adding that nutty flavour that we all love Nutella for. Then to thicken it up, we're going to use 3 to 4 grams of xanthan gum and as much ice as you like. I'll be using 400 grams-ish. The more ice you use, the larger your ice cream will be. The less ice you use, the more flavourful and intense the flavour will be. Add all of that into a blender along with a bit of extra water, then blend it on high for 1 minute. Scrape the sides down, give it a taste to see if you need any more hazelnut or anything else, and then blend it for another minute. Serve it into a big ice cream bowl and enjoy. So yeah, this is definitely the longest I've been in a video without having something sweet, and I'm definitely ready for it. I am also extremely ridiculously hungry right now. The diet is getting to me, so let's not draw this out too much. But this whole huge bowl that is bigger than my head, I don't know if you can tell that on the camera, is just 247 calories, which is ridiculous for how much this is. In this 247 calorie bowl, it's 33 grams of protein, 11 grams of carbs, and only 6 grams of fat. And I think we can agree those are some amazing macros, but the macros don't matter unless it tastes good, because that's what we're all about. So let's find out. That is absolutely insane. It is so thick, it is so chocolatey, it's... The hazelnut really comes through. It really has that Nutella taste to it. It even is just like creamy and thick like Nutella is. Considering this doesn't have Nutella in it, amazing, absolutely amazing. If you've got hazelnut flavour drops, definitely try this one. 247 calories for all of this. Dieting is not difficult, people. It's really not. Just do it. Man, this is good. Too good. And there we have it, guys. 3 high volume, high protein recipes, all under 400 calories. It's really important to have meals like this in your tool belt where you're cutting down and trying to maintain as much muscle as possible, because you want to maximize muscle protein synthesis to maintain and hold on to as much muscle as you can. To keep muscle protein synthesis at optimal rates, you want to be eating 4 meals a day at least, maybe more in some situations. And you know, if you're having meals that are more than 400 calories every time, those calories really start to add up. So whether you're going out, you need to bank some calories. Whether you like to eat 5 or 6 times a day, it's really useful to have these super low calorie meals with a bunch of protein in ready to go in your tool belt. So if you're looking to get shredded and you've got a big appetite to satisfy, then these recipes are for you. Don't forget to click the top link in the description for information on my personal online coaching. Join the team, we can make some changes. Subscribe to my channel, I post new videos every single week, so join the team and don't miss out. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until the next one, see you later, guys.